Good morning. Welcome to the John Mendola Show here at WILK. It is kind of an overcast day, but it's cooled off a little bit. We'll take it here in northeastern Pennsylvania for some of the brutal weather we had the last couple of months. But we're going to talk a lot of tennis today. Wilkes University still going. We'll bring in their coach, Chris Light, and talk to him today. We'll talk about some high school tennis as well here, and also talk a little softball. And big day, Kentucky Derby today, and Mohegan Sun, Pocono Downs has a couple of live race cards going on today. So that's all the fun stuff here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Maybe you're driving out to a soccer game or a lacrosse game today, or getting ready for some other stuff. We're going to talk Old Forge Lady Devils. We're talking some softball this morning here on the John Mendola Show. Let's welcome in the Old Forge team. And Pat Ravello, of course, has done a tremendous job with the program over the years. And we have some ladies we're going to talk to, some seniors. And Gianna Marsico is with us this morning. And Gianna, welcome into the show today.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your senior year, how things are going for you and your teammates.
They're going pretty good. We're working well together as a team, and I say it's overall going good.
Let's talk about pitching for you this year, how that is going.
It's going good. We've really worked hard to do good as a team. I worked hard all winter, and it's been going the way I planned. Pretty good.
Let's talk about the pitching-catching combo. Who's behind the plate for you, and what's that relationship like?
Denise Evans is behind the plate. She's really good. She always knows what pitches to call. She's doing pretty good back there for the season.
For you, you talk about the classroom, talk about some classes that you enjoy. You're a very good student there in Old Forge.
Yeah, I like anatomy, math, any of the sciences.
And let's talk about the next step. Where you planning to go after Old Forge?
I plan to go to King's College for nursing and also continue playing softball.
All right, a lot of local talent headed to Kings. They're in the playoffs. They're still alive in the Freedom Conference playoffs, so I'm sure you're following that and keeping that going. Let's talk about some of those role models in your life. Who inspires you at home?
Both my parents, my brother, they're always taking me to games, tournaments, practices. My brother's always catching for me over the winter and the off season, so they're always there to help out.
Let's talk about that rival Riverside and what it's like when you face the Lady Vikes.
It's a game, usually a pretty big game. We just played them Thursday. We beat them. Felt pretty good. It's always a really good game and big rivalry. Talk
about the crowd and the feeling and everybody coming out to enjoy that affair.
It's a pretty good atmosphere. It really gets you pumped up for the game, and you're always excited and you're always into it.
How about your brother Anthony? What's he up to right now?
He's playing baseball. He's a sophomore. He's been doing pretty good.
All right, and as far as the bond with your teammates, talk about all the fun that you have. I know Coach Ravello does some fun stuff. I think he's got a belt, right?
Yeah, we have the team belt. At the end of the game, the most important player of that game gets the belt, and it really pushes us to work hard every game during the belt.
Do you remember who got the belt Thursday?
Actually, our freshman Olivia Shimonis. She hit a home run.
All right, that's awesome. Well, Gianna, great to catch up with you, and wish you best at King's College.
Thank you.
All right, continuing the conversation here with the Old Forge Devils softball team. They're doing great stuff out there, and again, a big rivalry win they had this past week. Let's get Lindsay Welsh in here, who is a sophomore, plays shortstop. And Lindsay, how much fun are you having with your teammates?
I'm having a ton of fun. I just love all these girls so much.
And you're a real basketball player, but softball pretty important to you as well?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right after basketball, I just jump right into softball, and it's really fun just being with all the girls, especially like some of them are on the basketball team, so we could continue it until they're, done being seniors.
Also compete in cross country. A couple of older siblings for you. Talk about your family members and what you've learned from them and trying to instill some hard work in you.
Well, my brothers really pushed me to just do my best, like basketball, cross country, and softball wise. Like they just always push me to my limits. And my mom's always there for me, supporting me, taking me to practices, games, like all that.
Well, the classroom is going well for you. History, one of your favorite subjects. How about down the road? You're still kind of working that out, thinking what you may want to be, if you want to go far away, stay close to home. But I'm thinking sports is probably going to be at that next level.
I hope so. I mean, after sports, I just want to take over the world, John.
All right. Well, you're well on your way here in your sophomore year. Let's talk about mom and the grandparents.
They're really supportive. They always ask me, like, when I get home, how are the games going? Like, how's practice? How you doing? I just tell them, like, and they're always really supportive, whether I have a bad game, a good game, doesn't matter, good or bad.
Take us through the infield, position by position, who's playing where.
All right, so first we have Corianne Holzman, which she's out right now because she has a concussion. Shout out to her. And now we have the freshman Olivia Shimona stepping up for us. Second base, we got Nina Zimmerman. We have a pretty good shortstop, second baseman relationship. And at third, we have Cameron Damiano, my girl, also a sophomore, one of my good friends.
All right, and fun times with the girls after the game, before the game, maybe on the weekend if you get some fun time. Talk about what you do there in Old Forge.
You know, usually we just bond over eating and going out for ice cream. It's always a fun time.
All right, well, there's a lot of good places there in Old Forge to choose from. Well, Lindsay, keep up the good work. We wish you the best, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we still have 3 more young ladies here from Old Forge to talk to. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to continue the conversation with the softball players. Going to get to some tennis this morning, some more softball a little later in the show, and a big day, the Kentucky Derby today. Of course, you could head over to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs for a huge day there, and the weather's going to cooperate today as well. Well, we appreciate you joining us each and every Saturday between 10 and 11 o'clock. You could follow us on Twitter at John Mendola Show. I want to thank our friends at Mendocino's Pizzeria located in Daleville. And, of course, the fabulous food and great nighttime atmosphere as well at Mendocino's Pizzeria and Restaurante. And, of course, online, thejohnmendolashow.com. Let's head out now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Jeremy Paczynski. Break. Like a good neighbor, Jeremy Paczynski is there. We'll be back on WILK. Welcome back to the John Mendola Show. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Of course, the Cross Invitational Track and Field Meet for varsity today at the Solomon Plains Complex. That's getting underway 1:30, 2 o'clock this afternoon. A lot of good competition, so if you want to head out there and support our local athletes, again, it is the Cross Invitational there at Solomon Plains. Well, we're going to continue the conversation here with Old Forge as we talk softball, and Nella Pepsin is with us this morning. And Nella, welcome in.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you coming in with the ladies. It's your senior year, so you're an outfielder. Take us through some of those outfielders there at Old Forge.
Okay, well, I am in right field. Alexandra Nosera, she's also here with me. She plays center, and Anna Oshesky plays left.
All right. Yeah, and how's the outfield working? How's the chemistry going this year?
Oh, it's so amazing. We've been playing with each other for literally since T-ball. So there's definitely a lot of chemistry there. We know how to read the ball. It's great. Let's
talk about some of the motivational factors Coach Ravello comes up with to inspire everybody. I know the belt is a great feeling at the end of the game. How about some things maybe during the week at practice or anything for trying to pump everybody up?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He always has great motivational speeches. He knows how to get us hype and ready for the game. Just a lot of fun and just playing around in the dugout.
Well, you're killing it in the classroom, in chemistry, one of your favorite classes. You're up near that 4.0 mark. Let's talk about the next step for you.
I plan on attending the University of Pittsburgh for pre-dentistry. I just love the sciences.
Awesome. And how about mom and dad? Tell us about some values they've given you and obviously making you do all the little things that have turned out pretty darn good for you if you're going to head to Pitt.
Oh, yeah. They always told me that if I ever wanted anything in life, I have to try my hardest to go and get it. And I apply that to every factor in my life, in school, on the field, just everything I do. They're always there for me no matter what, and I know wherever I end up in life, they'll be by my side. Let's talk about why this team has an opportunity this year in the postseason. What are all the positives that you're seeing from your teammates? They're just really great, everyone working together. They're making my senior year really memorable, and we're just having such a great time and making memories I wouldn't trade for the world. All right, Nella, we'll go get them at Pitt and continued success this year. Thank you. All right, Nella Pepsin there from Old Forge, continuing with her teammate. Let's get over to Alexandra Nosera. And good morning, Alexandra. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Well, we go from the basketball court over to the softball field, and a positive year for the basketball team. Let's talk about how you transitioned from basketball to softball. A lot of gym time this year with the way the weather was.
Oh, definitely. There really isn't even like a transition. You just hop right into it.
And how about the fun you're having Everybody says they're having fun with their teammates, but when you're gearing up for a big game, and there's a lot of big games in your league, whether you're playing Riverside or Lakeland or teams like that, talk about some of the games that are fun and what you do on road trips, maybe on the bus.
Coach Pat gets us so fired up. Every game, he brings us a candy bag, and we always eat that on the bus before we went to our games or even during the games.
So it's always Halloween, I guess.
Every day.
A little candy bag. Let's talk about your siblings. Who's doing what and how old they are?
My sister is 16, and actually she just performed in the high school play last night.
All right, that's Cassandra, right?
Yep, Cassandra.
Awesome. And then how about Joey?
My little brother Joey's 13. He's playing baseball right now on 7th and 8th grade team.
All right, you enjoy anatomy, 3.9 grade point average, so you're doing great there. Let's talk about the next step. Where you headed after Old Forge?
I plan on majoring in nursing at Misericordia in the fall.
All right, and let's talk about your dad as an inspiration.
My dad has been pushing me. Honestly, it feels like the second I came out of the womb. He's always wanted me to prosper in every aspect of sports, and he helps me with everything, like whether it's breaking down into the fundamentals or just going out there and having fun.
All right, and National Honor Society, French Club, so you stay busy, pretty well-rounded. What's it like being a student at Old Forge?
Old Forge is great. I love the atmosphere. Since it's so small, everyone there is just like a big, huge family.
All right, well, go get them, and we wish you the best at Misericordia University.
Thank you.
All right, let's move along. We have Nina Zimmerman with us. She's our final member of the Old Forge softball team who's in studio with us. She's a junior. Nina, welcome in.
Hi, John.
Well, second base, you get to hang out with your buddy Lindsay over there. Let's talk a little bit about what it's like playing in the infield and, things that, the drills you're doing daily to try to make sure the defense is going to be doing a good job and stand behind your pitcher.
Every day we do rounds and rounds of infield work just to get better. We always try to enhance our quality of, just some chemistry between all of us. Me and Lindsay have a really strong chemistry, and we always work together.
Now, it says you play soccer and golf here. Do you do both in the fall?
Yep.
Awesome. And how about your golf game?
My golf game, I just recently started, so it's kind of iffy, but I like it.
All right. Any family play golf? Is that how you got turned on, or are there some other people in the community there that...
My friends always push me to do what they do, and I always was interested in golf, so I just went for it this year.
That's pretty cool. Science in the classroom, 3.8 grade point average. You have a favorite teacher, or is there a particular area of science you like?
No, I don't have a particular area. I like all of them.
All right. And how about the next step for you down the road? I know it's your junior year, but what are you thinking about as far as a major?
I'm really interested in a pre-physical therapy program. I don't know if it's going to be around here or away. I'm not very sure yet, but that's what I plan on doing.
All right. I see grandma as a role model. I always love when we get a grandma or a grandpa. So tell us a little story about grandma.
Well, she recently had a stroke, so she can't really attend my games that much, and I always try to do my best on the field so she can open that newspaper and see my name in it.
Well, thoughts and prayers are with your grandma. I'm sure she's pulling for you, and we're all pulling for her as well. Well, good luck, Nina, the rest of this year and down the road, okay?
Thank you, John.
All right, Nina Zimmerman, the Old Forge Lady Devils softball team here on the John Mendola Show. Well, we're going to continue the conversation with some tennis today. We got some more softball. Hazelton area will talk with their coach, and Montrose is having a pretty darn good year as well. So we'll take a timeout. Let's head over now to our local State Farm insurance agent, Matt Daly break. Like a good neighbor, Matt Daly is there. We'll be back here in WILK.